Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My name is XeTrain, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're looking at 8 of the best game improvement mods that are all updated for 1.21.5. All mod links will be available in the description. So, without further ado, let's begin. The first mod we're looking at today is Hold My Items. This mod completely reworks the first person item animations, now showing your hands holding things, instead of them just floating in the air. The mod adds new holding styles for tools and weapons, as well as new actions for climbing, swimming, and crawling. Additionally, things like saplings, flowers, and other fauna will now react to movement. For example, if you're falling, the plants in your hand will now slightly stretch out and bounce. As the name may suggest for this mod, Easy Anvils makes anvils easier. Items will now stay within the anvil when you exit, even rendering on top of the anvil to show you what's inside, as well as removing the too expensive limit on tools after repairing them too many times. Plus, the XP cost won't continuously and needlessly increase. The mod also now allows you to repair anvils by one stage using iron blocks, so you'll no longer get jump scared by your precious anvil breaking. Another neat feature of this mod is that you can use name tags without needing an anvil. All you need to do to rename them is hold shift and right click whilst holding a name tag, and it will bring up a new UI allowing you to rename it. Finally, the mod integrates Minecraft's formatting codes into item naming, so you can now add fonts and coloured text a lot easier. Now, whilst Cut Through is a pretty straightforward and simple mod, I feel as if it deserves a place in this video because it makes open field combat situations, for example with mobs or players, so much easier. In regular vanilla Minecraft, attacking mobs in open fields can be difficult because of things like tall grass and tall flowers getting in the way. However, with Cut Through installed, you'll no longer have to mow half your lawn just to kill a couple creepers. Client Tweaks is, in my opinion, one of the most essential mods for any playthrough, and it's the entire reason I decided to make this video. As the name may suggest, the mod adds a bunch of tweaks to your game, all toggleable within the mod settings. To make sure this video doesn't go on too long, I'll refrain from going through every single tweak, but some of my favourites include Auto Climb Ladder, which, as the name may suggest, allows you to automatically climb up ladders without having to hold your W key. Toggle Log Stripping, which disables the option to strip logs, because if you're anything like me, you constantly accidentally strip logs on your builds when trying to close doors or open chests. And finally, Prevent Accidental Mining. This one is especially useful for mining out amethyst geodes, as the mod will stop you from accidentally breaking the budding amethyst blocks, which again I do a lot. By the way, just popping up quickly to remind you that if you aren't already, I'd really appreciate if you clicked that subscribe button below. Only 1.6% of the people that watch my videos are subscribed, so it would mean a lot if you click that button. Anyway, back to the video. Ever since I started playing Minecraft, one thing I've always wished Mojang would add to the game is more detailed weather/seasons. And whilst they haven't decided to do that just yet, Serene Seasons is exactly what I've always wanted. As you can probably tell by the name, Serene Seasons adds spring, summer, autumn, and winter into Minecraft, all bringing their own effects into the game. For example, in summer, surrounding foliage will now have an orange hue to it, as well as much less rain/thunderstorms. Whilst in winter, the ground will turn an icy colour, and it will snow a lot more often in every biome. Another neat feature is the seasonal effect on crop growth. In autumn, carrots, pumpkins, and beetroots will grow fastest, whilst in spring, potatoes, cherry trees, and sweet berries will thrive. And if you aren't sure when to plant your crops, hovering your mouse over the item will tell you what season is best. Overall, I think Serene Seasons is a must-have for any world, especially if you're aiming for something a bit more realistic. Another feature I've seen people want in the past is the ability for nether portals to leak into the overworld, and this is exactly what this mod aims to do, resulting in netherrack, lava, and other nether side blocks infecting your clean, precious overworld. All you need to do to begin the spread is to light a nether portal, and slowly but surely, the nether will soon pay you a visit. Luckily, if you want to control the spread, you can place coal blocks outside your portal to stop it. Additionally, the mod is also fully configurable with other dimension mods, so mods like the Aether can have the same functionality. Yet another thing I've wanted in the game for a long time now, extended Bonemeal expands the usage for Bonemeal on crops that usually wouldn't accept it. Whilst this mod is pretty simple, I think what it adds is incredibly useful. Now, Bonemeal can be used on crops like netherwort, sugarcane, cacti, and vines. But that's not it. If you use Bonemeal on a crop while sneaking, it will automatically use up all the Bonemeal it would take to fully grow the crop, making it a little easier to mass grow a bunch of crops at once. And for the final mod of the video, Wider Enderchests does exactly what it says on the tin, adding 8 new tiers of Enderchests, which in themselves add more space within. For example, the lowest tier is Iron, which adds 1 new row of slots, Redstone, which adds 2 new rows, Diamond, which adds 3 new rows, and Netherite, which adds 5 new rows, for a total of 72 new slots in your multi-dimensional storage box. There are other tiers in between the ones I just mentioned, but some of them are more of a cosmetic change than an actual upgrade, like how iron and copper ender chests both only add 1 new row. Anyway guys, that is the end of this video. I apologise it took a while to come out. I decided to give this style of video another go, and I've really enjoyed working on it. If you're new to the channel and enjoyed the video, maybe consider liking and subscribing. And if you more than enjoyed it, consider becoming a channel member today to access a bunch of fancy perks. Click the join button below to learn more. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. See ya!